Hello Gemini, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And also go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs, because that will give you a much more dynamic picture of what is going on this week. Okay, Gemini, let's get into it. Let's see, what is it that you need to know? What is this situation? What are the circumstances in which you find yourself this week? To start us off, we've got that Fool card. Let's put that into some context. Let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. And that is going to include this mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to leave that right there. We're not going to look at this until the very end, so stick around. And we're going to see how that might tie the reading together or give us the confirmation that we're looking for here, okay? So the first thing that we noticed, like I said, was that Fool card. So I think it really is about some opportunities. I think it's a very spiritual time for you this week, okay? And if you're not a spiritual person, you may be at the end of this week. I think this is really, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up too. We've got that Death card. So it really does seem like it's a spiritual, very spiritually oriented week. I think there's a lot of change going on in your life. I think you're starting to become who you were meant to be. I think you're seeing a lot of developments in your life, a lot of things changing. Maybe the way you think about things, the way you feel about things, the way you react, the way you experience the world is really changing for you. And I think the opportunities are just limitless to what you could become and what you see yourself as, or kind of, you know, what the vision of yourself is that maybe the universe or spirit or your guardian angels have for you. Okay, so I really think that you're on this path now, and it's really going to start being a little bit strange. Okay, I think there's going to be a lot of synchronicities coming in your life. You're going to start seeing a lot of signs and omens in the world around you that are going to just seem a little strange, seem a little weird, because you're on this spiritual journey, whether you know it or not. I think you are this wandering fool, right? But as much as it seems like just aimless kind of wandering without maybe a clear direction of where you're going, this Fool is also the wise man. So this, I think, has a lot of direction, even though it's under the surface, right? It's kind of a little bit hidden from you. But it's part of your overall transformation, this growth, this evolution of yourself, this becoming that you're going through right now. And so I really think that there's going to be a lot of spiritual activity in your life, okay? And like I said, it may seem a little bit weird. It may even seem a little frightening at times, because this Death card sometimes scares us with how drastic some of the transformations are, or just how kind of out of the blue things seem, or just downright strange. That synchronicity just sometimes seems a little weird. But I think that's what's going on with you this week. I think it's really a time for spiritual transformation. You're on this spiritual journey, like I said, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, I think that's what's going on. But there are some other factors here that are maybe pointing to some issues that are going to be kind of the meat and potatoes of this spiritual journey, this spiritual transformation. I think what you're bringing into the reading today is a little bit of this disappointment in your emotional life. It could be in your romantic life. I think maybe this is part of, again, everything that we talk about today is going to be part of this spiritual journey, this spiritual transformation. This, I think also with this Fool, it's about transcending the kind of mundane, the material realm, the kind of base reality that we all live in. I think this Fool is really about transcending that and trying to find the deeper meaning in some of the things that are going on in your life, okay? Which I think are major transformations. And these could have been happening slowly over a long period of time, but I think this week you're really going to start to notice it. Like I said, with those synchronicities, those signs and omens from the world around you, I think is really going to seem like this is happening really fast, right? And we have some fire cards here that might be pointing towards the speed of this thing. But we're going to get back to this Five of Cups. I think there are some disappointments in your life. I think there's a bit of an unhappiness about you, and it could be from some past relationships. It could be that, things just haven't quite been as pleasurable, as fulfilling, as loving as you would like them to be. So this Five of Cups, I think you're bringing into this reading today a little bit of a disappointment in your romantic life, your love life, or the way that you connect with people. Okay, so I think this might be a little bit of a focus here. We're going to go now to the Six of Swords, and this is casting a shadow really on the entire reading today. So I think this, the Six of Swords is generally a very good card. It's a very analytical card, very clear thinking, very focused, very definite plan. It really does showcase just how beautiful your mind can be, how organized, how thoughtful, great planning. It's just this blueprint or this picture that you have is just beautiful. It's wonderful. I think the idea here, though, is that the plans that you have for your life, you might come to realize that it's not going to really go this way, right? I think, this spiritual journey, this transformation is what is happening to you while you're making all of these plans, right? This may be the blueprint that you had for your life. This may be the perfect picture of everything that you thought you would have, where you would go, what you would do, who you would become. And I really think that this week you're going to start to see some signs, and they may be more obvious, they may be a little bit more subtle, that maybe the universe or spirit has a different plan for you. Okay? Maybe this blueprint that you had for your life is really not the way things are working out. So this might be something to think about, because I get this feeling like you've had this plan for your life, like calling it a blueprint. Right, this perfect picture of what your life would become, who you would become. I don't think it's working out that way. And I think you're starting to realize that. We have the Emperor card down below here. This is your need to be in control of things. And I think this is really, really in touch with this Six of Swords. Now, it's on the central pillar on the path of the dove here, so it's definitely related. I think this is you wanting to be in control of life, wanting to have the say and the decisions to make in your life, where you're going, who you're going to become, what your life is going to look like. Everything that you have kind of mapped out for yourself, you have that desire, that need, really, that kind of unconscious, this more kind of subconscious tendency to want to be in control of everything. And particularly, understandably, in control of your life, where you're going, what you're going to become, what your life's going to look like, all of that stuff. So I think this is also what's going on, is that it's difficult for you to kind of let go of that control, or let go of this map that you have for your life, and just kind of trust in the universe a little bit, trust in the so-called randomness or chaos of the universe to kind of lead you where you're supposed to go. And I know that's kind of a contradiction, but it's meant to be. As much as we have these plans and this control over our lives, in essence, we are kind of just at the mercy of circumstance, at the mercy of the universe, right? And the kind of the chaotic nature, the so-called randomness of the universe. What I see in the immediate future, though, is that things are going to be okay. All right? If you were to relinquish a little bit of your need for control, you would see that the universe is going to take care of you, right? Your spirit, your guardian angels, your spirit guides are going to take care of you. And it really is about opening up a little bit. And with this Four of Discs, it's kind of like someone who's walled off in their castle. The really high walls, the ramparts are just fierce and imposing, and they won't let anyone in. They don't trust anyone that comes knocking at the door, any unexpected event, or really anything that contradicts this plan or this map or this blueprint, anything that challenges the authority. I mean, look, the emperor is in this castle. Doesn't want any threat to their power, right? But if you were to open up a little bit and let a little bit of this randomness or chaos or this divine spirit, whatever you want to call it, if you let a little bit of that trust happen, I think you'll find that, you're going to be taken care of. Things are going to go in maybe a different kind of new or unexpected way, but it's going to be amazing. I think you're going to really find that it's going to be fulfilling and satisfying. And I think it's going to take care of this Five of Cups issue in the past, and I say that because moving on to the path of the Serpent here, we've got the Two of Cups over here. And this is really telling me that you're ready for this just divine union. You're ready to have this love and light in your life. And it may be something that you haven't really had a lot of in the past, okay? It could be that you feel a lack of that, or you feel a strong need for that. But this Two of Cups saying that you're ready for it, right? Whatever the circumstances are, you're ready to have this spiritual bond, this deep emotional connection, this love and harmony, not only with the universe or with a particular partner, a lover, in a romantic situation, but with yourself as well, with your true inner self, your higher self, your spiritual being, your guardian angels, right? Your spirit guides, whatever you want to call it. You're ready for that love. You're ready for that connection. You're ready for that Two of Cups energy, okay? But I see right now, you are still in this kind of, not retreat, but just kind of self-isolating, and maybe not in the external world, right? You could be just a very, busy person, and you have a lot going on in your external life, but inside, I think you're still kind of walled off in this castle here. And, as much as the Emperor is in this castle, well, the Hermit's in there too, okay? And the Hermit is just kind of relying on themselves, just turned away from any state of vulnerability, is kind of self-isolating, again, not in a literal sense, but isolating their heart, isolating their inner self or their spirit or their soul, And I think that, again, is part of this lack of this emotional connection or this kind of disappointment in romance. And then it's also just kind of walling ourselves off to anything that is outside of our blueprint or outside our control. You're kind of walled off against anything like that, and you're just you're protecting yourself, you're isolating yourself a little bit in terms of your heart, right? Your feelings, that vulnerable side of you. I see that with this Knight of Cups, I think there might be this this watery person in your life that may be a water sign, but I think it's an older masculine kind of energy that maybe is your current partner now, or it may be somebody who comes along into your life pretty soon. I think in the pretty near future. I think this water sign or this kind of watery person, someone who's very in touch with their emotions, kind of wears their heart on their sleeve a little bit, very open and expressive with how they feel. I think this person's coming into your life, and I think that is giving you a little bit of anxiety, because this card is in the position of your fears, your worries, your concerns, what might be giving you anxiety this week. And I think it could be this person, this older masculine energy. I was going to say a water sign. I think maybe they're coming in and they're challenging your blueprint a little bit. They're challenging your control over the trajectory of your life. They're kind of knocking on this castle wall and saying, hey, can I come in? And you have this urge to just kind of isolate, protect yourself, just to not engage in that sort of thing. But I think this Hermit tendency is keeping you in this disappointed, kind of dissatisfied state, okay? So when this person comes along, you might consider how this whole situation is part of that more long-term, more overarching kind of spiritual journey, spiritual transformation. Okay, so this really could be part of the plan that the universe kind of has for you to overcome some of this and to challenge your blueprint, challenge your map of reality, and challenge your control and your authority over what you think is supposed to happen in your life, right? This need for control. So I think this is the person that's coming in to kind of help facilitate some of this transformation, or at least it's going to be through your interaction with this person that you're going to start to realize some of this energy that's going on. Okay. The next card that we come to on the path of the Serpent is this Prince of Wands, and I think this not so much being another person coming into the situation or coming into your life. I think this is the the energy level that you're going to be experiencing through all of this. I think this is a little bit of that anxiety. This is a little bit of that kind of restless energy because maybe you're losing a little bit of control, or you're realizing that your map, your blueprint, your plans aren't really how your life is playing out. So that could be causing a little bit of this restless energy, a little bit of this kind of, anxious fire energy. But this is also you having that feeling of excitement, that now your life is not so in control, that now your life is not so mapped out and planned out and organized, and that could maybe get a little tedious, a little mundane, a little kind of monotonous, right? Now you've got this excitement coming in that I think is giving you this sense of adrenaline, this feeling, this rush, right? That things are exciting, things are new. And that goes right back to this Fool energy. And this Fool is curious and energetic and open to new experiences and just wants to go explore, wants to experience new things as often as possible. And there's an excitement about that. There's this like natural curiosity. There's this kind of rush of adrenaline when we're going into new situations and experiencing new things that, again, are part of this transformative spiritual journey that you either are aware of and enjoy, or you just kind of deny, and it may seem weird, strange, it may seem a little frightening. But I think if you embrace it, you're going to enjoy it a heck of a lot more. And so there's those two ways to assess this Prince of Wands here. It could be that nervousness, that somewhat fearful anxiety, stress, agitation, restlessness. This could be the excitement, the adrenaline for all of these new opportunities, and the really strong sense of joy and excitement to be venturing into some of this new territory, right? Gemini, we're going to take a look at this confirmation card, this mystery card, and see what it might reveal to us. So this is that 5 of discs. Now, this is a little strange to see in this situation. I think this is really referring to this 4 of discs, this fortress that you've built around yourself, the walls that you have around you, right? That you don't want to let anyone in. You don't want to let in anything that's going to challenge your plan or blueprint, or challenge your authority, or challenge your control over your life, or anything like that. You want to stay safe and secure inside these 4 walls. Very safe, very protected, but isolated, right? That Hermit card too. This 5 of discs is really coming in to kind of blow a hole in one of these walls, right? This is the 4 stable. It's not moving now. Things are moving. So I think this is really a confirmation that, look, yes, you need to open up your doors a little bit. You need to maybe take down one of these walls, or just change it from a wall to maybe just one door, right? Just let things in, let things out. Let there be a little bit of an exchange there. And I think that's really the confirmation here, is that having a little bit of trust in this process, in this energy, in the universe, in your guiding spirit, your guardian angels, have a little bit of trust there, and open yourself up, open these castle walls just a little bit, and that's the sense that I'm getting from that 5 of discs there, right? So I think that's kind of the main takeaway here, is to just try to let your defenses down just a little bit and embrace some of this energy that's coming in. All right, Gemini, we're going to take a look at this a little bit more in the extended version. You can become a member of this channel by following the link in the description box. This was your weekly tarot forecast. Thank you.